many D tackles do you want? How many?
As many as possible. Okay.
What's the minimum that you shoot for? You'd like to have?
It's a rule. You got to have 11 people on the field. So you'd like to have at least, 3 at each position, seriously, that can contribute, and hopefully you can get 4 or 5. And then, because you always want competition. You never want a guy to rest on his laurels. So you always want someone behind him that's pushing him and improving, and in turn making the guy that's starting to improve.
Are you close to that?
We're working towards it.
Is that position important to have depth because those guys get banged on all the time?
Well, they get banged on and they're extremely large, so they get tired. And so you need a few of them to roll through. So
you have to play. How many would you like to play in a game?
In a perfect world, I'd like to play 4 or 5 guys. If I got 4 or 5 guys at each position, I'd like to go 4 tackles and 4 ends, or 5 tackles and 5 ends if I got it. Usually it works out that you have somewhere between 7 and 9 guys that can contribute.
You think you have 4 at least right now, not counting the one who's not playing, practicing?
We'll see. We're working towards it. I don't want to say something and it not prove to be factual. So we're working towards getting to a point where we have as many people as possible contributing.
Has Jeremiah Delaney sort of worked himself into that conversation?
He's improving every day, working hard, and he's definitely a part of the conversation.
What have you seen from KK Smith so far? It seemed like Tyreek was pushing. Does he kind of push back?
Both of them are pushing for playing time. Both of them are competing and giving their best every day. And so what you have with those guys is you got experienced guys that have been around and guys that should be contributors for us.
How's Tyreek's conditioning?
That's good. It's coming along. Anytime you're a man that large, we want to make sure. And our strength and conditioning staff, they've done an excellent job of developing those guys and pushing them and getting toughness in them, continuing to put toughness in them and challenge them. So now it's my turn, and I feel like we're going in a good direction.
Seems like it's pretty important for this defensive line to get pressure for what this scheme wants to do. Where is your group getting to as far as where you want them to be?
Well, we're a work in progress. We've improved from the spring, but we're still a work in progress. We have a long way to go, and hopefully we'll get there.
Previous defensive line coaches, specifically with KK and Tyreek, have said that they've had to stay on them about the conditioning. Have you had to do that, or have those guys taken some of that on themselves, or you kind of
they're running on their own gas. Our strength and conditioning coaches push them in this offseason to a point to where they understand what it takes. And so now it's just a matter of those guys, they understand it. They're pushing themselves to do it. Every now and then, like anybody, they want to back off. And when they do, we as a staff jump on them and continue to push them.
KK's experience, is he a guy who was immediately bought in and stepped in as a leader?
He's definitely provided leadership from day one. I've been very proud with how these guys have handled the transition, and hopefully, it bears fruit.
What ways has he acted as a leader?
Well, just with his work ethic, with his attitude, with his approach. The question would be, in what ways doesn't he? He's really stepped up.
Do you talk to them much or show video of them when you played? And some of the guys you played with some pretty good players.
Yeah, I did. We were fortunate enough to have some good lines. Only thing, there's no video of our stuff. It was all back then. They just took pictures and had a video camera.
You tell them tall tales?
Yeah, I tell them about the time I took on the 13 team where it's 13 blockers and I split it one-handed. They get tired of them old stories. So, but no, in all seriousness, it's about now, and it's about these guys taking advantage and doing the most they can with this opportunity and doing everything we can to help our seniors accomplish their goals.
Pat,
last one.
Yes.
Last one.
All right.
Pat mentioned Zach Poker today. He just sort of brought him up. Has he worked his way up into that group? Or
he's in the process of doing it. It's an ongoing battle. I like how Poker is working. I like how he's learning and improving. He's not where we want him, but he's headed in the right direction.